your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Welcome back. New developments tonight involving serious allegations of discrimination and unfair practices at a Manatee County apartment complex.
U.S. Senator Marco Rubio is now asking the Florida Attorney General to launch an investigation into the complaints surrounding Bayside Villas. ABC 7's Jacqueline Matter shows us what the state is doing to help.
After weeks of tension between the owner and tenants of Bayside Villa Apartments, Senator Marco Rubio is now stepping in to help those who say the landlord will find any reason to evict them.
Word's been said, if you don't like what's the way we do things, hey, get out.
Rubio is asking Florida Attorney General Pam Bondi to open an investigation into the apartment complex in Palmetto. The senator sent a letter to Bondi detailing residents' complaints about unlivable conditions, discrimination, and threats to refuse renewals or evict without probable cause. Willie Davis says her mom has lived in the complex for more than 2 decades and says her mother's lease will not be renewed, and she's worried that her mother will wind up on the streets.
We're here, but, you know, in the day, we're just living 24/7. Because we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow.
The organizer of this concern says she is thankful the state is now stepping in and willing to do all she can to help.
I'm going to work very, very closely with his office. If necessary, I look forward to going to Atlanta, to HUD. I look forward to going to Washington, D.C. I'm all ready, and I thank God for it. I'm ready to go there so they can get a hold of this.
In his letter, Rubio states that it appears residents are being taken advantage of and someone must be held accountable. For Davis and her mother, they're just hoping to have a place to still call home in the morning.
I'm just hoping that they will have him renew my mother's lease so my mother can stay here.
In Palmetto, Jacqueline Matter, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Jacqueline, thanks. We did talk to the property owner, Robert Goodman, who directed us to his attorney. We're still waiting on a response. Last month, however, Goodman did tell us the renter's claims are false. If you'd like to check out the entire letter sent to Pam Bondi's office on this complex, you can go to our website, mysuncoast.com.
After the holidays, school employees in Sarasota County are hoping for one more gift, a 4% bump in their salaries. The raise is part of the new contract union contract employees approved by a large margin this week. January 3rd, it will go before the school board for final approval. The raise would help bring some salaries back to where they were before the recession, during which holidays and other bonuses had to be cut. 18-year school board member Caroline Zucker says it's a big moment for staff.
One of the years that we took away two days' pay from staff, and they did it willingly. They didn't, they didn't cry and gripe, and they didn't. So, I mean, this was good for us to be able to go back and do what we said at the time that we took away those days.
Zucker believes the county could afford the raise right now, but that could change depending on how the state limits funding next year.
Florida's high school graduation rate continues to climb and is now at a 13-year high. For the 2015-16 school year, Florida's statewide graduation rate climbed to 80%. That's nearly 3% higher than last year and more than 20% higher than the 2003-2004 school year. New data from the Florida Department of Education shows grouping students with similar strengths and weaknesses helps improve their performance. A follow-up now on the fallout over a rapper's Florida tourism deal. Governor Rick Scott wants the head of the state's tourism marketing agency, Visit Florida, to step down. That agency refused to disclose that it paid Pitbull $1 million to promote the state. The rapper recorded a video of the song Sexy Beaches to promote Florida. Governor Scott is now asking Visit Florida to start publishing its spending, contracts, salaries, audits, and other financial information.
The city of Northport is putting up dozens of signs alerting the public about gopher tortoises in the area. The city wants to educate people about the importance of protecting gopher tortoises. They're an important part of our ecosystem. Warning signs have now been put up on Toledo Blade, South Chamberlain, South Cranberry, and South Biscayne Boulevards. The city also installed 20 educational signs about these gopher tortoises in parks, reminding people to be aware of their slower friends and their habitats while out enjoying nature. So live all together. Let's coexist peacefully.
I just saw a gopher tortoise over the weekend, and I was surprised at how quickly it was moving.
Sometimes they do.
Headed for its burrow.
Right.
I mean, it wanted to get there in a hurry. Yeah. All right, let's get a check on our weather again with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan. Bob.
Yeah, kind of like our traffic during season, right? About as slow. We are looking at right now some clouds and showers to the north and east of us, looking beautiful right here as a result of high pressure building back in behind a high pressure system, and temperatures currently up and down the coast. Not too bad, really. Low 70s near the coast, still into the mid 70s inland, upper 70s down south into the Keys. You can see 73 now in Sarasota. Same in Bradenton and Lakewood Ranch at 76 in Venice. And 71 right on the water at Cortez, same as the Gulf of Mexico temperature, and 77 in Arcadia at this hour. Now, as far as the fog goes, it went away for one day. It's back. It looks like we'll see some fog around tomorrow morning, maybe a little thicker on Sunday. Your complete weekend weather forecast coming up in just a few minutes. Back to you.
Okay, Bob, thank you. A dire situation in Syria continues to get worse. Thousands of civilians looking to escape the violence in the city of Aleppo were evacuating when the Syrian government stopped them after gunfire erupted. President Obama saying today Syria, Russia, and Iran have blood on their hands for what's happened in Aleppo. He says the world is united in horror at the assault on the rebel-held areas. The president accused the Syrian government and its two powerful allies of deliberately surrounding, besieging, and starving innocent civilians. President's comments on Syria coming during his year-end press conference today, and one topic dominated the questions from reporters: Russian involvement in the U.S. election. ABC 7's Alan Cohen joins us now with more on the president's comments about the hacking. Alan?
Scott, just before the president began speaking, the FBI and the CIA joined the rest of the intelligence community in finding Russia did hack into the Democratic National Committee and other organizations in an effort to hurt Hillary Clinton and help Donald Trump. The president addressed the issue earlier today just before leaving for Hawaii with his family for the holidays. He says there is no doubt in his opinion the Russian hacks hurt Clinton and her campaign. President-elect Donald Trump and his transition team continue to dispute the findings. As to why the president didn't speak up before now, this is what he told reporters.
I wanted to make sure that everybody understood we were playing this thing straight, that we weren't trying to advantage one side or another, but what we were trying to do is let people know that this had taken place. And so if you started seeing effects on the election, if you were trying to measure why this was happening and how you should consume the information that was being leaked.
So just how easy was it for the Russians to hack into the DNC? Coming up at 7, we'll talk to a local cybersecurity expert who says it was incredibly easy. Back to you.
Thank you, Alan. That is a little bit scary. The families of those killed during the Pulse nightclub massacre are finally getting items that belong to their loved ones back. The FBI is returning nearly 1,000 items this week to survivors and their families of those killed during the June mass shooting. They can pick up these items at an Orlando resort. The shooting is still under investigation, so only personal items that are not being used as evidence are being returned. A pair of business owners on Longboat Key are making the holidays a little bit brighter for a group of kids. Stephanie Clausen, owner of Steph's Stuff, and Todd Cunningham of Signature Painting, bought 10 bikes for children who are less fortunate. These bikes will be given out to children as part of the Blessing Bag Project in Bradenton. The couple says it's their way of making a difference this holiday season.
I think children in general, the ones that are homeless, they kind of get swept under the rug. A lot of them, their parents aren't around anymore, or they're living in cars. It's just, I can't stand it. You know, I was fortunate as a child. My daughter grew up fortunate, and you know, even when you don't have a lot, these kids have nothing.
The couple will get a chance to see the reaction of the kids when they receive their bikes this weekend. They'll be handed out at a special holiday party in Bradenton on Sunday.
I think any kid who receives a bike is going to have a big smile on their face.
I'm sure they will. It's one of those thrills of childhood when you get that bike. Yeah.
So to come in your Suncoast News, a volunteer group with a specific mission at Sarasota Memorial Hospital.
How their homemade pillows are providing a lot more than just comfort to patients. That story is straight ahead.
Sarasota Jungle Gardens invites your family to the Holiday Light Spectacular select nights in December. Come enjoy dazzling light displays, live entertainment, and pictures with Santa. Tickets and information available at the door or online at SarasotaJungleGardens.com.
Kick off the season and find a unique holiday gift at the St. Petersburg Holiday of the Arts. Over 100 artists and thousands of works of contemporary art in photography, glass, sculpture, jewelry, and much more. The 3rd annual St. Petersburg Holiday of the Arts. Saturday and Sunday, December 17 and 18th at South Straw Park in St. Petersburg. Bring your sense of discovery and appreciation of the beautiful at the St. Pete Holiday of the Arts. For more information, visit ParagonArtEvents.com.
Whether you're a homeowner looking for a professional installation or a contractor looking for top quality products, Sarasota Glass and Mirror can meet your every need.
For 42 years, Sarasota Glass and Mirror has been the area's premier supplier and installer of quality glass products for your home or business. As an authorized PGT WinGuard dealer, we know how to protect your home with everything from the PGT WinGuard impact-resistant windows and doors to shower enclosures and decorative mirrors. The Sarasota Glass and Mirror team has the knowledge to tackle any project.
Hey, I'm really glad that you're taking a few moments to check out this video about the ministry of First Sarasota, Downtown Baptist Church. I'm William Hill, lead pastor here at First Sarasota. For the last 15 years, it's been my privilege to share in the life of this faith community, a community that centers itself around faith, friends, and family. Indeed, it is a ministry that's been in existence right here in this wonderful city for over a century.
A poodle butter dish. I'll use this. A chicken purse. It's so artsy. You're really good at giving gifts.
This holiday, give the perfect gift.
Perfect.
Flowers, always the perfect gift. Beniva Flowers and Gifts, exceeding your expectations.
Types of timber, cuts of meat, cooking times, temperatures, rubs, seasonings, sauces. You name it, they know it. That's what makes them who they are, Sonny's Pitmasters. And proud of it. Come get some baby back ribs at Sonny's Barbecue. On their own or paired with favorites like jalapeno cheddar hot links or pulled or sliced pork plus 2 sides and bread. Sonny's Barbecue. Local Pitmasters since '68.
Don't miss Sarasota Jungle Gardens Holiday Light Spectacular. Select nights in December. There's joyous music, roasting marshmallows, and festive family activities. Tickets and information available at the door or online at SarasotaJungleGardens.com.
Merry Christmas.
After heart surgery, patients have both emotional and physical needs. ABC 7's Alex Redmond joins us now with how a special group of volunteers cut and sew special pillows to help fill those needs. Alex?
Thank you. Pillow Group volunteers say although the mended heart pillows are made with needle and thread, the biggest element is that they are made with love.
These pillows offer much more than just comfort.
About 10 years ago, my husband had open heart surgery, and the nurse came in and said, "You need to cough." And he said, "I'll fly apart if I do that." And she handed him a pillow, and he pushed it against his chest, and he said, "Now I can cough."
Then they would take it home because the seatbelt is you don't want the seatbelt going across the incision, so you put the pillow there.
Betty Lou Buck, Hannah Puckhaber, and Mickey Jolie are volunteers of the Meadows Pillow Group.
Both my parents passed away of heart attacks, and 17 years after my mom had passed away, I had a heart attack. So I wanted to do something. So I went to the going away party, and I did some pillows, and I loved it.
I think this is volunteerism at its best, and this is where people look out for other people.
Stacy Scott Berteau, Director of Volunteer Services of Sarasota Memorial Hospital, has worked with the group since 1986. She says they stepped up at a time when mended heart pillows were most needed.
And the surgical team came to me and said, "We're looking for this." And the vendor said, "You'll never find volunteers who will keep your need." And I said, "Yes, I will."
But sometimes there is a shortage of volunteers.
There was an immediate need for the 300 pillows, and I was unable to contact people who may have been out of state, on vacation, and so forth.
Lorraine Carpel single-handedly rose to the occasion.
I did it. It's doable.
The Pillow Group is putting out a call to action. They're looking for a few good ladies and men to come and join them, help sewing up the sides of the pillows, putting the appliques on, and also stuffing the pillows, because that is the social element.
It makes you feel good. And then it's all the girls sit and we talk about everything. And
it's the old-fashioned quilting bee where we share our stories and our joys and our sorrows and become friends with each other.
For contact information on how you can join the Pillow Group to make pillows and a few new friends, just go to mysuncoast.com and you can click on Health.
And Alex, do they help other people than just these heart patients?
Actually, Carpel made a very interesting point. She said that she met a young man, like a little guy, that was holding onto the pillow long after his grandfather passed. So his grandfather had had it to help him go through the heart surgery, and then years later, the grandson has the pillow. So it's a very sweet story, and they definitely need more volunteers.
Oh, that's fantastic. It sounds like an easy thing. If you can't sew, at least you can stuff, right?
Yeah, absolutely, for anybody.
All right. Thank you, Alex. Now to Suncoast Traffic Watch. There's an accident in Bradenton on 14th Street and 54th Avenue, so be careful in that area. Now, let's head over to Bob.
Thanks, Haley. A pretty good evening right now as far as that goes. We're looking at generally fair skies all day today. A little bit of a chilly start, back to average temperatures this morning. And you can see skies were generally clear out on Anna Maria Island. This is Bimini Bay, and good for boating today, and should be okay over the weekend. Not good for many outdoor activities across the Northeast, spreading toward the Great Lakes and the Northern Plains states right now. There are numerous winter weather advisories and warnings stretching all the way from New Mexico up to Michigan. Currently here it's 73 degrees. It's nice. It's clear, and the dew point 62. Winds out of the west-northwest at 5, and the pressure 30-14. It's pretty high, and that continues to rise throughout the day. The high today was 79 degrees. This morning's low, though, was finally at average. It's 54, right at the average this morning. 73 is our average high temperature. We won't see average temperatures for some time now as we push on through the weekend and beyond. 86, the record set in 2001. Well, temperatures statewide, 60s to the north, 70s across the peninsula right now, 78 being the warmer reading now in Key West and in Miami and around town. Temperatures in the mid to upper 70s across the area, low 70s near the coast, 73 in Bradenton. Same as Sarasota now, Inglewood at 74 degrees. That wind flow will be out of the east after midnight, and that will allow temperatures to cool down and also some low-level moisture to increase. So there is a possibility of some patchy fog developing after midnight. Well, we talk about the bitterly cold temperatures. Here's a look at actual temperatures right now. It's much warmer over the southern third of the nation, but very cold in Detroit, Toronto, Cleveland, and Chicago, all in the teens right there, 19 in Boston, and below zero readings in North Dakota and into Montana. We're talking wind chill factors here at minus 20 in South Dakota, North Dakota, as well as Wisconsin and Minnesota. A lot of folks are going to be itching to get down to Florida here, I think, during the upcoming winter. We're not even there yet, and they're getting this extreme Arctic air and a lot of snow falling now into Iowa, stretching off into Wisconsin, northern Illinois, even Chicago. Getting some snow flurries at present, stretching all the way over to Detroit. I mentioned all the advisories. The area in pink that you see right here, this is the winter storm warning, which is in effect, and it stretches all the way over to western portions of Pennsylvania tonight. For us, a different story. We'll have east to southeast wind flow that always tends to warm us up here. We get rid of that northerly component, and temperatures will be above average on Saturday and Sunday. We're talking low 80s on both Saturday and Sunday. Here comes another front. Now, it appears that this front's going to get down close to north central Florida by midweek next week, but won't have a real big push into our area. Now, some patchy fog for boaters tomorrow. Otherwise, south winds at 10 knots. Seas will be right around 2 feet with a light chop on the bays and inland waters. Water temperature above average, really at 71 degrees. UV index for the area beaches tomorrow will be at 9, and we'll see a high at the area beaches into the mid-70s. I mentioned low 80s. It'll be a mile or two away from the coastline. Low tide upcoming 7:40 and a high tide at 1:13. Sunset at 5:39. I just had it. And fog late tonight, mostly fair, 62 for your low. Southeast winds at 5. Tomorrow, a nice day. We'll see some sunshine around after the fog burns off. High temperature near 82 degrees and south winds at 5 to 10. The extended forecast shapes up like this. Fog being the only real concern on Saturday. 30% chance on Sunday and Monday. A little bit better chance Monday morning. And then we drop to a 20% chance with that front kind of washing out nearby from Tuesday to Friday. Well, I didn't get a chance to get out with Captain Johnny Walker, but I did run in and gave a call to Beach Fishing Adventures, Steve Herrick, to see what he was catching. Here's more. A couple of days earlier, fishing guide Steve Herrick said the fishing was on fire near New Pass. And after seeing the proof, I had to give it a shot. Pompano fishing is best in the fall and spring here. And they like fast-moving water and they usually feed on little crabs.
Break off the tip of the tail, creates an entry point for the hook.
He uses a chartreuse banana jig.
And you see it goes right in like that. Curl it around, break off the head, leaving the legs. It looks like a crab. Try to secure it if it's not.
So I bait it up, and sure enough, hook up this small pompano. Not big enough, they have to be 11 inches to the fork. Besides pompano, these jigs can catch other species as well, like this one. Even some sheep's head.
An incher. That's it. It has some meat on him, but
yeah. The water was crystal clear.
See all the fish right in here, all those dark spots? Those are all fish. You can see them down the beach too.
So we put away the jigs and free line some live shrimp, and sure enough. See, that's a nice hit. You said you were going to target that fish, and sure enough, you saw the snook sitting there and you got it, huh?
Well, I haven't got it's not in yet, but.
Bad, huh? But that didn't take long as he lands this small 20-inch snook and then lets him go. There he goes.
You want to try?
The answer to that question was a big yes.
Bob's got a nice little snook on.
The snook are out of season, but still a lot of fun to catch.
Nice job, Bob.
After a quick photo op, it was a quick release.
Perseverance paid off in this case, Bob, and it often does.
Thanks, Coach, for showing me the ropes on this shoreline fishing. Nice guy, you know, he's out there helping out, and in fact, he does get some clients. This was his client just a couple of days ago when they were catching all the pompano and also permit and redfish. This is Len with Steve and Beach Fishing Adventures right there, and here's Steve catching a redfish there. I couldn't make it that day. He called too. He said it's going to be happening. It was. This guy too, always sending great photos in. He was a little bit further offshore at 125 feet of water off of Anna Maria. These guys all catching some nice gag grouper. Pretty far off. If you're going to go 125 foot, that's over about 50 miles offshore, I believe. And then this guy right here, JT the Fly Guy, we've featured him before, Jay Tinsky, and he was on Baywalker 2. Now, Baywalker may be familiar because that's Johnny's name. Well, this is his grandson's boat now, and he just christened it this week, and this was one of the first clients right there. Wow. So Baywalker 2.
Johnny's got some competition in the family, huh?
Right.
He's got some connections, too.
Yeah,
all right.
Definitely.
They're doing great out there.
Yes, they are.
And the beach thing is cool, too.
And there wasn't much red tide, too. I want to tell people about that. The red tide was present occasionally, you know, some sneezes, and that was about it.
Not too
the
bad.
water's so clear.
Oh, it's beautiful, yeah.
All right, Bob, thanks. Volkswagen sales keep climbing despite its scandal over emissions tests. The German automaker sold 7.9% more cars in November compared to a year ago. November sales were boosted by China, Volkswagen's biggest market. Volkswagen has agreed to pay $15 billion to settle demands from U.S. environmental authorities and customers over 475,000 cars with software that turned off diesel emission controls during normal driving.
eHarmony is trying to keep up with the times. The online dating service is getting rid of its lengthy questionnaire. For a long time, potential users had to answer about 150 questions before signing up. That's a lot more time consuming than other apps like Tinder, which require a little more than a photo for people to start swiping. eHarmony says it will still require users to answer a few questions, but the new process should take no more than 10 minutes. Mixed feelings on this because I do see how it could be a little bit of an inconvenience, but if you're hoping to find your future spouse or someone you're going to,
more information, the better.
kind of want, I don't know.
But 150 questions?
That's a little much.
That's like an exam.
That's too much, yeah.
Entertainment news is next.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. Our promise means a new car you'll love. If not, return it for one you do. At Sarasota Ford, we promise live market pricing. We monitor national pricing on our entire inventory, so you get the best deal. In fact, we guarantee it. Bring us any competitor's ad, and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Flooring Depot has been serving Sarasota and Manatee counties for over 20 years with the best products and installation. Flooring Depot offers carpet, tile, hardwood, and more. Before you buy, give us a try. Stop by our showroom or visit us on the web at bestvaluecarpet.com.
If you have a suspicion for harboring prostate cancer, we have a way of diagnosing by using an exquisite instrument called three-dimensional color flow power Doppler ultrasound. Using this system, we can identify abnormalities within the prostate that you could otherwise never detect. The Totoli Cancer Center is the only center in the southeastern United States which has this technology. If you have prostate cancer, we will find it.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
Rich finishes, beautiful colors, and over 1,000 different fabrics and leathers to choose from. With Bassett Custom Furniture at Bacon's Furniture and Bedding. Get a quality-built Bassett Queen Sleeper with your choice of inner spring, gel, or Air Dream mattress, starting at only $9.99. Come in today, and we'll guarantee your Bassett Custom Furniture will be shipped before the holidays. With our complimentary design service, start designing, start loving. Only at Bacon's Furniture and Bedding in Port Charlotte. Nobody beats Bacon's.
Don't miss the 19th annual Thunder by the Bay Motorcycle Festival, January 5th through the 8th, to benefit Suncoast Charities for Children. This year's festival welcomes special guest Blue Oyster Cult to the premier sports campus at Lakewood Ranch on January 8th at 4 p.m. Admission is free. Festival events include a sporting clay tournament, kickoff party, welcome Thunder event, Cruise for Cash charity motorcycle ride, and a 2-day Rockin' and Ridin' at the Ranch festival featuring vendors, live music, a taste of Thunder area, and more. VIP tickets are available. For tickets and info, visit thunderbythebay.org.
Opening night box office numbers estimate $29 million for the Star Wars story Rogue One.
The film was the biggest Thursday preview in 2016, topping Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice, and Captain America Civil War. Rogue One is the first in a series of planned spin-off films set in the Star Wars universe. Despite the high turnout, Rogue One didn't beat last year's Star Wars installment in The Force Awakens, which brought in a record $57 million during its Thursday night showing. Disney's new version of the 1980s animated series DuckTales is getting a cast worth quacking about. Disney announcing David Tennant will be the voice of Scrooge McDuck, the wealthy great-uncle of Huey, Dewey, and Louie. Previously, Tennant played the title role of the Doctor, who on the series for 5 years. The original DuckTales aired from 1987 to 1990. The new series will debut next summer on Disney XD channels worldwide. Donald Duck's role has yet to be filled.
Suncoast Aquatic Nature Center is teaming up with the Sarasota Film Festival to host a family movie night at Nathan Benderson Park. Tomorrow night will be their first screening, and in honor of the holiday season, they'll be playing the Disney favorite Frozen. The event is free, but if you are asked to bring a non-perishable food item for All Face Food Bank. Gates will open at 5, and the movie will begin at 6 o'clock. That's a really good movie, too.
Yeah, it is, and I imagine it'll be a popular event, especially as the kids are getting out of school, starting the holidays.
That's right.
It's a good little family event, and we can do that here in Florida, unlike other states that could not do an outdoor movie night right now.
You may not even need a jacket tomorrow night, you know?
Might luck out.
How about that?
Yeah.
More news ahead. Stay with us.
Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Make your holidays sparkle with style. Browse our amazing showroom, cute collectible cottages, and beautiful Christmas displays. Find the inspiration, selection, and quality you need to deck the halls merry and bright. Christmas Traditions also features the area's largest selection of quality pre-lit Christmas trees, every size, shape, and color, and plenty of decorations to make your home shine for the holidays. Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Visit us on New 301, just a quarter mile north of University Parkway.